live stream. I know Sabrina's going to get on and mod for me. Guys, it's an unannounced live. Why? Because the guys sent a lot of more articles after our live stream and then after our Zoom. And I did my summary. It took about 12 minutes to summarize the articles from this morning. So, and then there were some breaking news about XRP and Bank of America. So I'm going to share that on this live along with the Intel summary. So hop on when you can. Those articles were sent to me during the Zoom because I was doing a Zoom telling people how they can get onto crypto and what ones the Lord led me to invest in. So if you want to get on, just hop on. I'm going to be live for a few minutes. Hey, Robert, hi. Sabrina's getting on, and Sabrina's probably going to be my mod for the Zooms from now on. And so I got a bunch of articles from our miscellaneous sources, if you will. Our miscellaneous sources from the sandbox. So he sent me some funny articles in the end. The last one he sent was at 3:05. That's 10 o'clock in Iraq, right? So now I'm sure they're in bed, and my husband just left to go to the store. I just got all the dogs to poo, and I'm like, you know, I might as well go live now, okay? So I'm just waiting for a few people to come on, and I'm going to get into the articles. I just want to make sure I can get through these articles because we want to keep up to date with the articles coming out of Iraq. And with my husband going to the store, why not? I just finished taking the dogs out. The guys are all around the house still working. And guys, oh, it's exhausting to have people work on your house, right? So if you're brand new, say hello. I'm waiting for Sabrina to get on. And guys, she's going to be my mods from the Zoom from now on. I think Dale is tired of all the drama, so it's okay, you know? I'm like, whatever. At least I have Sabrina, and I have you, Robert, and I have Massage Diva, and I just figured I would do this. It is so hot out there. I took the dogs out. It is stifling. The guys are all over the place. I have to take each dog out one at a time. It's a little stressful, but now they're all, before we sit down to dinner, I figured let's just go live. Believe me, I would rather have a margarita, but I had one the last couple days, so I'm not going to have one. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Sabrina sent me a text, and I'm like, well, I needed a break this afternoon. So anyways, so they sent me an article. Yeah, I think because we get so many people on at a time, he gets tired of the drama. So I don't know. So we'll see. But I mean, I love him. He's been with me a long time since I started the Zoom. So maybe he just needs a break. But anyways, I was paying him to run the Zooms, but I don't know. Evidently, something's going on, but I don't care. I wish him well, right? Gosta Go Gov. Hi, you're number one. How are you? Be nice. Please don't be nice so we don't have to remove you. Thank you for the beautiful angel. I will accept that compliment, but be nice. Okay, yeah, well, I love him. May the peace of God always be with him. He said he was on vacation. And hey, Dawn, how are you? Guys, I got so many articles this afternoon that I could never, it took me 12 minutes to do the summary today. And I estimated 11 and it was 12 and my husband was still sleeping. And so then I also took the dogs out. I got some shorts loaded and I'm like, why don't I just go live while my husband's at the store, right? So at least he's feeling better. So there was some breaking news out of Iraq. I just want to wait for some more people to come on and we'll go right into it. I'm on 4 minutes in. Hey, Dawn, how are you? It's not like, we'll see. I mean, I have to see what the articles say because they started coming in like when the Zoom was over. So I didn't get a chance to even review them. So I figured I'd do it live. More arrests came. I said, wow, thanks. So much information. Thank you. It was like, maybe he had I don't know, maybe he had a boring day or whatever. I don't know, because I know they're stuck inside because the heat has been so bad. So this is breaking news out of Iraq. There's also some information in here about XRP and Ripple because we were talking about crypto on my Zoom. I want to make sure all my members know how to stay free, right? So welcome everybody and thanks for the loves, guys. This is an unexpected live stream. I just had my shake and I had 24K in it, so I'm raring to go. And then my husband announced he wanted to go to the store to get some food. So I let him do that because I figured, well, you know, I wanted to go live anyway. And so the breaking news at the end of the day, also there were some breaking articles on the Zoom that I didn't get to do. Let me see where I'm gonna start here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. You guys monitor the chat. I'm gonna get into the articles because I don't know how much time I have. So this was during the live stream. Chairman of the Integrity Commission, there is no place for the corrupt in the electoral race. I think I covered that on my, there's just no, guys, they're kicking out all the corruption. I think I covered that before, but I don't know, guys. I'm in between, like what, oh, and this was on the Zoom too. Foreign minister arrives in New York. So he's meeting in New York. I did do that on my summary. So I'm just reminding you guys, he's in New York right now for an international conference on the future of the Palestinian cause. Trump is in Scotland. I saw some articles on that. He has a golf course over there. So they're using Ripple now. Evidently, XRP news today was Bank of America saves millions using Ripple's XRP for cross-border payments. So if you want to get into XRP, I know you can get some on Coinbase. This is not financial advice. I already have XRP. God brought it to me. I didn't want to invest in it because I knew what it was about. I knew it was behind the banking system. So, you know, I had my reasons, but God made sure I had some XRP. So it's good to be diversified. No matter what you're doing, be diversified. So Bank of America has maintained its commitment to Ripple's XRP-fueled solutions for cross-border payments, demonstrating institutional confidence in the digital currency. So that happened this month, in the month of July. We're coming towards the end of July. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. And then it said, let's see. This was later in the month. This was the end of July. It says XRP news today. Bank of America considers RLUSD integration as a stable coin, gains 30% to 500 million on regulatory advances. Because of the Genius bill, the banks can choose whatever stable coin they want. They just don't want central bank digital coins. There's a difference. Stable coins by banks, you could choose what bank and which stable coin. Like Ripple already must have known that because they came out with RLUSD, and I guess Bank of America is considering RLUSD. So that's good. So that is, it's my dog's toys. It's not, my house isn't messy. I have a puppy. So go somewhere else if you want to criticize the surroundings of my house. I have a very clean house. So I'm just saying. Free information. You gotta love the trolls. I just love you. I forgive you. I release you, and I pray that God blesses you. Another Bank of America's partnership with Ripple boosts RLUSD. It looks like they're gonna choose RLUSD as their stable coin. Nothing's for sure. It says it's an ongoing partnership with Ripple, which started in 2019, shows growing institutional trust in blockchain technology. This is Bank of America. It looks like they're going to choose RLUSD. If you guys get articles on the other banks, let me know. Send me an email with them, and I will cover them. We need to start covering other things other than just the Iraqi dinar, because the banks in America are adopting these stable coins ever since the Genius Act, and I'm committing to helping you understand what this means. The more you hear it, the more you know, right? So these stable coins are completely legal in the United States because they passed the Genius Act. That's different than the central bank digital coin that Iraq is using right now that the citizens don't even know about, and it's the Iraqi dinar coin on Handle Forex on Coinbase. So it's on Handle Forex on Coinbase. It's not just on Coinbase, it's on Handle Forex on Coinbase. That's how you have to look it up. Hey, Camden James, welcome. He's a new sub. Welcome, everybody. Camden James, he's brand new. Marcy plants flowers. Hi, Marcy. Be nice, guys. All we ask is you be nice. You don't criticize my appearance, my house. I'm happily married. Don't hit on me. I'm a financial person. I'm on here as the faith and financial person. So don't give me any trouble, and you'll be able to stay live, and we'll be able to see your comments. Hello, Sabrina. Robert showed up right away. Praise be to God. So he's here helping mod. So you're not alone, Sabrina. So then here's another article that came right after I was done with my Zoom. It just keeps coming. Kuwait targets Hezbollah finances with sanctions. Kuwait is targeting Hezbollah finances with sanctions. This was breaking news today out of Iraq. Again, it came out right when my live stream and my Zoom was done. So I took a break, and then I saw these articles, but I couldn't possibly cover them in the summary. I would have nowhere to send you for the details. This is a live stream where these details are, okay? On Monday, Kuwait's foreign ministry added Lebanon's Hezbollah group, its affiliated charity Al-Qard Al-Hazan Association, and 3 individuals to its sanctions and assets freeze list. The listing includes Lebanese national AMM, born May 18th, 1966, Tunisian national AFQM, born October 5th, 1991, Somali national AM, born between 1950 and 1953. Kuwait sanctions committees instructed all financial institutions and companies to enforce the designation. Macy, come. Okay, I need to make sure she's not causing any trouble. This little puppy is demonstrous, and my husband let her go today. Yes, everybody, let's have a positive week. Let's bring in the Iraqi dinar, but I also wanted to bring you this news. This came from my guys in the sandbox, my very good friends in the sandbox. So Lebanese officials later downplayed the reports, but Kuwait targeted Hezbollah's finances. Everybody's coming against Iran and people associated with them. So I wanted to, you see, I didn't want to just let that slide. He said, this is sad, but it's a reality. So this is a sad article. Silent crisis, youth suicide surge in Iraq's Al-Anbar region. Iraq's Al-Anbar province is witnessing a troubling rise in suicide cases, particularly among youth, challenging long-standing cultural taboos in a deeply conservative tribal society where such topics are often silenced. You can imagine what this is. Guys, it's happening everywhere. So a source within Al-Anbar Police Command told Shafaq News that more than 12 suicide cases have documented the first half of 2025. Guys, we see a lot of suicides here, even in the fire department and elsewhere, you know, kids, everybody, all sorts of different socioeconomic status in my state of Maine. What about your state? They're you know, so this is an article on the rising cases of suicide in Iraq. Nobody is safe from this. It's a silent crisis. And it is a very holy tribal where people that feel, you know, outside the norms, a small percentage of people feel that way. Their feelings are valid, and if they don't have an outlet for it, you know, they don't have the money to come to America where you can be free, you know, it's sad. So the next article, and this is very good, especially for you, Sabrina, it said. He said, Rwanga Foundation establishes autism centers in Kurdistan. The Rwanga Foundation announced on Monday the launch of 2 dedicated autism centers in the Kurdistan region, planned for Erbil's Harar district in Garminian's Rizurgi sub-district. The centers are being developed under a memorandum of understanding. There goes that MOU again. With the Ministry of Labor and Social Affairs, according to the foundation statement. Construction will begin shortly. Guys, my palm is itching. Anybody else's? That means the money's coming. Construction will begin shortly under an agreed timeline, after which the facilities will be transferred to the Kurdistan regional government. They're moving forward with infrastructure with articles such as this. Let's see. He goes, this is a good explanation of what was going on and what will happen if all goes well over here. So I'm going to pull up this article with those notes from my friends. Kurdistan salary crisis since May, what we know so far. Well, we know they started paying them, so it's not a crisis anymore, but this is what happened. Since May of 2025, the Kurdistan region has been grappling with a deepening salary crisis following a decision by Iraq's Ministry of Finance to suspend salary transfers to the region. The ministry cited that the Kurdistan regional government had exceeded its allocation of federal budgeted share. According to data, the KRG's actual expenditures reached 13.547 trillion Iraqi dinars, which is $10.23 billion. That's a lot of money, surpassing the 12.67% share stipulated in the 2023 to 2025 federal budget law. The move drew strong criticism from the KRG, which accused the Iraqi government of pursuing deliberate starvation and systematic extermination policies against the Kurdish population. That's a strongly worded, but this is what happened. The crisis intensified tensions between the two sides over financial entitlements and constitutional responsibilities. A step toward resolution came on July 16th. That was great news, when Baghdad and the KRG reached a financial agreement focused on public sector salaries. The deal linked salary disbursement in the Kurdistan region's compliance with federal oil export mandates. KRG welcomed the new deal Everybody was happy. I reported on those detailed articles. It said, as of July 17th, the Iraqi government required the KRG to deliver an oil production to the SOMO under the agreement. The KRG must export a minimum of 230,000 barrels per day, with additional production also included in exchange. The Ministry of Finance would provide an advance of $16 per barrel, either in cash or in kind, in accordance with the revised budget law. If exports are halted for any reason, the same quantity must be delivered directly to the Minister of Oil. Additionally, 50,000 barrels per day will be allocated for use within the Kurdistan region. So this is like kind of what's going on between them. The KRG is responsible for production and transport costs, while revenues from refined product sales must be transferred to the federal treasury after deductions. To help meet local fuel needs, the Ministry of Oil is also expected to supply the regions with refined fuel equivalent to 15,000 barrels of crude per day, based on a joint assessment within 2 weeks. The agreement also required the KRG to transfer 120 billion Iraqi dinars in non-oil revenues for the month of May. 120 billion. The Ministry of Finance stated that salary disbursement would not begin until confirmation of full oil quota delivery via SOMO through the port of Ceyhan in Turkey and receipt of the non-oil funds. Guys, again, please subscribe and tap the bell. I bring you the most intensive, the truth, the facts, and the optimism based on breaking news coming right out of Iraq, articles that have been vetted by military sources, vetted by the government of Iraq. This is the truth and facts coming out of Iraq. I'm the only one who does this. I also do the summaries and gives you everybody else that has some whatever in there. You know, today in my summary, I don't know if you watched it, but they said they might not require an NDA unless you have a lot of Zim. That is news to me. That was brand new news to me. Anybody else? Guys, whatever you want to do is up to you. I just provide the 3 steps, which is pinned as a comment down below, in case you want a safe way or God's way to take the money and run. Because God said it's going to be messy. Not to worry about the banks. It's going to be messy. Take the money and run. So don't worry. If you're worried about the banks and what system it's going to be in and what form your dollars are going to be in, stop it. Stop worrying about it. You can't do anything about what the banks are going to do, what the banks are going to do. They're publicly traded companies. You should be encouraged by the Genius Act, because it prevented them from creating central bank digital coins, but it didn't prevent the bank from using stable coins. Because at some point, you know, the banks can choose stable coins. So you're going to have a lot of choices which bank you go with, right? I'll take and run, no worries, right? Well, I'm happily married 24 years, so it's not me. But it's okay, Bernard. There's plenty of single women on here. You can take it offline, though. I'm giving you the intel. So anyways, this is just the history of Kurdistan and Erbil and everything. They're now getting paid. Is oil flowing? I haven't seen any articles that said the oil is now flowing, which kicks off the HCL. So, guys, we are so close. Everybody thinks it's this week. What do you think? Comment down below. It says, in line with these conditions, the Kurdistan Region Ministry of Finance and Economy announced on July 22nd that it had deposited the May non-oil revenues amounting to 120 billion dinars into the federal government's account at the Erbil branch at the Central Bank of Iraq. Informed sources indicated that the disbursement is expected to begin shortly under the framework of the agreement. That is the HCL. If they deposited the money, which is the oil revenues, they should be dispersing. They've already dispersed employee salaries, right? We saw articles. So the HCL should be next, right? Uh-oh, he just sent something else. So anyways, he said this is a good explanation of what was going on and what will happen if all goes well. So if all goes well, guys, HCL is, once the oil starts running. Okay, here's another article. I keep getting articles, guys. I can't help it. I just keep getting breaking articles. Hello, everyone's. What's up? Hi, girl. Are you good? Hey, I'm great. Please subscribe and tap the bell. I'm working hard here, giving you all the truth and facts coming out of Iraq. Iraq arrests former official over deadly Baghdad's Al-Dora shootout. Iraq's Interior Ministry announced on Monday the arrest of the former director of the Agricultural Department in Baghdad's Kark district, citing his direct role in the deadly armed confrontation inside a government building. So, they arrested him. I'm not going to get into the firefight. I don't have time. My husband just went out to the store, and I decided to go live so I could give you an a semblance of these articles, because by tomorrow morning, I'll have another set of articles. It helps me and it helps you getting the thing. And also, my intel summary is 12 minutes. It's already loaded. Please look at it. It's what happened this morning. So there's a lot of news every day in my channel. I could go live several times a day and bring you breaking news every time. That's how much I get. So I'm glad they arrested the official. New article. Iraqi dinar strengthens despite unclear economic drivers. So the dinar is strengthening. The Iraqi dinar has steadily strengthened against the US dollar. Now, this is the only time in my, I'm trying to explain the Iraqi dinar, the digital dinar. These are the paper digital currencies. 80% of them have come out of the streets of Iraq into their banks. That doesn't mean you can go to your bank in the US. It's just in Iraq. They got Forex handle digital dinars running around in their bank, but they don't know that. They don't know anything about cryptocurrency. They're prevented from using the dollar, and they're prevented from investing in cryptos. They don't know anything about digital currency. But their bank, they're using the cards. They've gotten 80% of the citizens to bring in their mattress money and start using the digital cards. I think Militiaman was talking about that in his summary. I'm the one who's been reporting on that. Not that he couldn't get that information on his own. This is public information. I just happen to bring you the most information. Former auditor, I kind of overdo it with the details. So if you like the details, you'll subscribe and tap the bell. If you like the summaries, you'll subscribe and tap the bell. I also do lots of shorts. If you like the shorts, you'll subscribe and tap the bell. Because I'm the hardest working YouTuber in this space. 10,000 plus videos. Go check my stats. So anyways, despite the dinar gains, a gap of roughly 8,000 dinars per $100 note, equivalent to about 6.11 US dollar, remains between the market rates and the official central bank rate, with speculative activity continuing to influence currency moment. We're just waiting for this, guys. So hang on to your dinars, your paper dinars. I will go live when it's time to go to the bank. If I would go live in the intersperses of my day, you know I'm going to go live as soon as I hear that this is ready to go. The point is, I'm getting the articles out of Iraq as soon as we get them. These are brand new articles that just came in while I was live. Trade, a comprehensive plan to support Iraqi exports and protect local industry. That's a good article. I'm not going to go into that right now. They're protecting their local industry. Any information on the 100 million that the victims of the LA fires didn't get any of? No, they stole it. I'll tell you, there's so much corruption in America. We need those digital systems in America. You shouldn't be afraid of them. You should want them. You should pray for them. That's how they're going to catch where all that money went. There's no trail with this money. That's the problem, right? Faith and finances. Hey, Jesse, welcome. I'm just bringing you breaking news out of Iraq. Well, my husband just ran to the grocery store. I have no idea how much time I have. So give me some support. Give me some positive comments. Give me some love. Give me some likes. Please hit the like. Well, if you believe digital systems are bad, you don't like truth and honesty. If you're a bad citizen and you want to be corrupt, then you won't like the digital systems. The people that are making the most hemp have the most to hide. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not afraid of their digital system. Anbar, 65% of the project to establish a corridor for heavy vehicles and tankers under the control of Al-Sakar has been completed. Woo! 65% has been completed. The Roads and Bridges Directorate in Anbar announced on Monday the completion of 65% of the project to establish a lane for heavy vehicles and tankers at the Al-Sakar checkpoint. Guys, that is breaking news. Again, that's part of the infrastructure that they continue to do. How could they afford this unless they've got a new currency? They do have a new currency. It's called the Iraqi Dinar stablecoin. It's a central bank digital coin in Iraq, and nobody knows about it but us. We know about it. And I know how to speak intelligently. 80% of the citizens have taken their paper dinar into their banks and gotten digital dinar for it. This is not yet the time to do that here in the U.S. Take in your paper currency, but it's so close. Please agree with me in prayer that it is done. Next article, oil. OPEC Secretary General and energy ministers to participate in the Baghdad International Energy Forum. Everybody's participating in this. When does this start? The Minister of Oil announced on Monday that the Baghdad International Energy Forum, scheduled to be held in Baghdad, will be attended by the Secretary General of OPEC and energy ministers. Guys, there's so many MOUs that have yet to be translated into contracts. They need a rate for that to happen. There was 1,000 MOUs last count we had. So we're just waiting for us to be able to go to the bank. Everybody's waiting. Everybody's on pins and needles. Iraq is not international yet, but we're hopeful that it will be soon. Amen. This high-level participation will reflect Iraq's growing importance as a pivotal player in the international energy market. They're talking about them as if they're already international. Right now, they're still on the UN's list of exotic currencies. Does it sound like it's an exotic currency anymore with hearing that they're participating in what? They're participating in the OPEC's Baghdad International Energy Forum, and they're talking about them as if they're international, but yet they have an exotic currency. Does that make any? Who does that make sense to? I'm just saying. He continued, this high-level participation will reflect Iraq's growing importance as a pivotal player in the international energy market and OPEC's and the country's commitment to enhancing dialogue and coordination in light of the geopolitical and economic changes affecting the oil and energy exports. Guys, this is the best time to be invested in the Iraqi dinar, but this is not financial advice. I have no idea what your finances look like. I wouldn't put money into anything unless you could afford to lose it, because everything is speculative. Everything is speculative, especially the cryptos. Very speculative. Even in gold and silver, honestly, they're pretty hard. You know, they're a good investment, but you got to make sure you get a good price. I got the silver for $28 an ounce. Does anybody know what silver's at right now? Does anybody know the market price for silver right now? I got mine at $28 an ounce. I bought the I bought the cheap stuff, the pre-circulated quarters, nickels, and dimes. That's what I recommend. The junk silver. That's what I bought. So this article is Iran's Quds Force chief held secret meetings with Iraq Shiite leaders. Well, this is what we don't want to happen, but here it is. The commander of Iran's Quds Force, Esmail Koyan, paid a brief unannounced visit to Baghdad in recent days where he met with senior figures in Iraq's coordination framework. They need to shut down their talks with Iran, if you ask me, if they want this to go. $40 an ounce. Yay, Amanda Nye. Thank you so much. You are a good member. I appreciate you for being a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. $40 an ounce. Pretty good. That means I'm in the green. This marks Quinon's second visit to Baghdad within 2 months. On June 28th, he reportedly met with figures from the PMF. Guys, an umbrella of mostly Shiite paramilitary groups backed by Iran. Guys, Sudani's got his hands full. We just need to be praying that everything goes forward so that we can finally go to the bank. Would you just agree with me in prayer? Thank you, Jesus, that we can finally go to the bank. I don't know why. I just think we can finally go to the bank. And it starts, LOL. Here's a new article. Kirkuk employees fall prey to digital scams. Here we go. This is breaking news out of Iraq. Just got it. Public employees in Iraq's Kirkuk are increasingly falling victim to digital scams through fake mobile apps, mimicking Q card and MasterCard services, exposing the vulnerability of users with limited tech literacy. Government worker Hassan Khalid told the news agency that scammers often initiate contact through suspicious links or impersonation calls, extracting card details, or tricking victims into downloading militia apps to siphon funds. Guys, I tell you, I will never call you. I will never direct message you on any other platforms. I am only here. I only communicate in my chat and respond to scammers' comments. I am not on WhatsApp. Be aware of scammers. People are beginning to call using my picture. I'm in a pink outfit like I am right now. I am never going to call y'all. I am not going to call you. Okay? So just don't pick up the phone. Do not click on suspicious links in your email. If you get a link that says UPS, delete it. You know, trust me, it'll get to you if you ordered something. My husband knows everything he orders. I have emails for junk, and I have emails for personal stuff and business. We all know my email. I commented down below. This is how you email me. That one, when they send me USPS, I know it's phishing scams. Do not click on links you don't know. Keep yourself safe. Only you can do that. You can protect yourself. And then please do not answer any of those things. Anybody know these seed phrases? Those are fishers trying to get you to reveal stuff about you so they can steal your money. Do not buy any third-party cold wallets like Ledger and Treasure. Make sure you're getting them. Ledger is in France. I still don't know where Treasure is. Thank you. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate that. So Ledger is from France. Do not buy any cold wallets from Amazon. Return them. Don't put your phishing scams are in there. You can just end up with zero. Okay? So public employees are falling prey to scams. I don't want you to fall prey to scams. Digital fraud continues to surge across Iraq as smart cards and instant loans become more common. Yet neither QI card or MasterCard has addressed the recent breaches publicly. I'm just saying, guys, speaking to our agency, economic expert Samir Al-Hassan warned that such fraud not only targets individuals but also erodes trust in digital banking and hinders Iraq's financial modernization. Lord Jesus, I pray that these people would get a clue and not fall prey to those scams. He blamed the rise in scams on poor cybersecurity and a lack of financial education, calling on lawmakers to criminalize digital impersonation and launch national programs promoting safe financial app usage. They should criminalize it. They just gave somebody a life sentence who smuggled something, and they gave a death sentence to somebody who did something else. They're pretty good. They just need to criminalize it, and then it'll stop. Amen. And so it begins. The next breaking news article: Iraq grants patents for cancer therapy and smart tech innovations. They're getting patents, guys. They are on the cutting edge of a brand new currency, a brand new, I mean, they've already been reintroduced. I mean, there's got so many contracts or MOUs, memorandums of understanding, that want to be involved in the Iraqi economy. So if you're invested in the Iraqi stock exchange, that's also a good idea. My Zoom members know how to do that. My members on my membership side know how to do that. So Iraq's Directorate of Patents and Industrial Designs has granted 4 new patents for scientific innovations in cancer treatment, sustainable architecture, soil monitoring, and water management. The Central Organization for Standardization and Quality Control announced on Monday. Guys, congratulations. I mean, you're invested in a country that has this much good press. You should be excited. A 3rd patent was issued for the dual automatic lysometer hygrometer, a smart system capable of measuring key soil and water properties to aid agriculture planning and land evaluation. The 4th innovation, the wellness float valve, aims to improve efficiency of water pumping systems, particularly in areas with limited access to automated infrastructure. Guys, please hit the like. Please, this is breaking news out of Iraq. I do this every day, some days multiple times a day, depending on my husband's schedule. Even today, he's homesick, but I'm still doing a 2nd live. I need some people to subscribe and tap the bell, just if not for my hard work. I'm a woman in a man's world. Please subscribe and tap the bell. I really am. Anyways, he noted that all the awarded innovations underwent rigorous evaluation per international standards. Congratulations, Iraq. That is amazing. They got so many good things going on. Next article, Mizan marshes run dry as Iraq's water crisis deepens. Their water crisis, guys, they've done as much as they can with desalination, vertical farming. They've been doing a lot. Guys, I've been studying Iraq for a long time, all the details coming out of Iraq, just like I'm doing here live. So I have a better understanding than most about the big picture. Mizan marshes run dry as Iraq's water crisis deepens is this next article. I'm just going to read it. On Monday, Iraq's Mizan governor Habib al-Fartusi warned that the marsh water inflows have fully stopped, deepening an already severe province-wide shortage. If you've got Iraqi dinar currency, just wait a little while. You cannot take it to your U.S. banks yet, but I will let you know. Somebody put down what my live stream will say. It'll have a siren, because my husband's a firefighter. Please subscribe and tap the bell. It will have "the time is now" all in caps, and followed by another siren. So that's the live stream you'll want to tune into, and I'll give you instructions after that. Otherwise, if you want to prepare early, pinned comment down below after this live stream is over. Amen. So we outlined key outcomes from the meeting, including diplomatic pressures on Turkey to boost Tigris and Euphrates flows, finance ministry funding for pump infrastructure, joint operations command enforcement of water quotas, approval of fish imports to break market monopolies, and dismantling of illegal VIP lakes owned by influential figures. We've covered articles that said they were making progress on all there. So basically it's going on. He said, despite a slight increase in water releases from Turkey, Iraq continues to face long-term scarcity driven by upstream dam projects. promoting officials to demand a fixed and equitable water share to avoid deeper ecological and economic fallout. So they're working on it. Lord Jesus, I just pray that Iraq would get their water systems figured out in Jesus' name. Let's see. I thought he sent me something else. I hope my husband stops by my mailbox. Lord Jesus, inspire my husband to stop by my mailbox on his way home from the fish store. It might be too late. It might be too late. We might have to go tomorrow. I think they close at 4. So guys, do you have any, I'm going to let them know I'm live. I might not be live for very long. It depends on when my husband gets home. Guys, do you have any questions for me? I'm doing the Iraqi dinar breaking news. Please subscribe and hit the bell. I'm also the one who does the summary, and I do a lot of shorts. I do that because I want to keep you apprised of what's going on because we think this is really close. Guys, this is a really close time to be invested in the Iraqi dinar, even though this is not financial advice. There might be other people that are live right now. I don't know if there is. Is there? But I just give you, hi, Louiso. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. It's been a great day. It's been a long day. I've got workers working on my house. I've got the breaking news out of Iraq. Oh, Dawn, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in as much as you can. Guys, this is going to be a busy week. We are going to keep a fresh eye on this all the time. I'm always looking at my messages several times a day, which prompted this live stream. I've been live 37 minutes. I've done all the articles. I think I'm going to end because I know my husband's going to be home. Just make sure these are your paper currencies. They do not go in your digital. They do not fit in your USA banks right now. It took a while for them to fit in the Iraqi banks, but now Iraq is digital. They've taken 80% of these currencies off the street, but you cannot do that in the US right now. Just wait. Hang on till you see my time is now. With that, what are you having for dinner? I'm going to leave so I can feed the dogs because that's why she's in my lap. She's like, Mommy, I don't need treats. I need dinner. I've got 3 dogs, 2 horses. If you love that, I also share content about my life. This is a 13-year-old rescue boy. We rescued him. He was in 4 homes before he found us. He was supposedly unadoptable. We adopted him, okay? His sister is 12 and a half years old. She's in her crate right now. She's got a little arthritis in the back leg. She's an older 12 and a half. He's a young 13 years old. And my puppy gave him a black eye. Take a look at how much they wrestled. Look at his eye. So pray for his eyes healing. She's breaking his eye. This little girl's 8 months old. She's supposed to be taller, so I'm praying she grows taller. She's an English lab. She's an American lab, but I think they mix their American labs with English labs. She's a little shorter and stockier, and we want her to grow taller. She's only 8 months old. I'm thinking she can still grow taller, so I'm praying that she grows taller. I'm just looking to see. Melanie and family, please have a wonderful evening. Yes. Oh, my husband's not home yet. I can't go out the front door. I just wanted to see if I'm pretty sure he hasn't driven up. So guys, do you have any last minute questions for me before I end? I should probably go ahead and end. Hold on. Nope, he's not home. And the AC room. I just don't want to go in there. Yes, have a great evening, Dawn. Guys, I will see you in the morning at 9. And if I get anything that's breaking, trust me, I will go live tonight. My husband's been going to bed early because he's a little under the weather, so I can always go live once he goes to bed. So let me know. Guys, what are you having for dinner? I'm not having any alcohol tonight because I've been going live a lot in the evenings and in the afternoon celebrating tonight. I'm going to take a break. Going to make sure my immune system stays really strong. So I'm not drinking tonight, but you're welcome to. You do you, boo. God bless you guys. Have a good night. I have no idea what I'm having for dinner. He went to the store, so. But look, my puppies are hungry. This is my youngest. She's 8 months old. Pray that she gets tall. I bought an American lab, not an English lab. I bought an American lab. They're supposed to be tall. So I don't know what happens. But anyways, I love her anyway. I'm just putting a lot of work into her. She finally got up the stairs. Who's been with me? Was anybody with me for the stair drama with our puppy? Crazy. Now my dogs, I'm having to pay somebody else to ride them. My horses, I have to pay somebody else to ride them. Because why? Because I don't have time to train them. It's just like, oh, that's somebody working on my house. Guys, I love you all. Just pray for me. Put peanut butter on your... Oh, guys, you're gross. Okay, on that note, good night. I love you all. May the peace of Christ always rule and reign in your life. Bye.